Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors coach Steve Kerr hints at incoming Moses Moody decision. Steve Kerr is facing a similar roster crunch with the Golden State Warriors this season, following the addition of 3 veterans in the offseason. Fourth-year wing Moses Moody finds himself again from the outside looking in. It's a numbers game, Kerr told reporters about Moody's situation after their practice on October 7. The only thing any of these guys can do is go out and have a great camp and make it really hard on us as decision makers, and Moses is having a great camp. He's playing great. All he can do is just keep doing what he's doing. Moody, the 14th overall pick in 2021, is entering a critical season, the final year of his rookie deal. While Moody averaged career-highs 8.1 points, 3.0 rebounds, and nearly 1 assist per game last season in 17.5 minutes, he was oftentimes the odd man out when the Warriors were at full strength. It could again be the case this season. The Warriors have added veterans DeAnthony Melton, Buddy Hield and Kyle Anderson. All of them played ahead of Moody during their preseason opening win against the Los Angeles Clippers. Moody was the 11th player to enter the game for the Warriors in their nail-biting 91-90 win. And they were without one of their key rotation players, forward Andrew Wiggins, who was under the weather. Moody played well, despite the circumstances. He was a plus 14 in 13 minutes off the bench, the best plus-minus by any Warriors player that night. The 22-year-old swingman scored 12 points on 4 of 9 shooting with 4 rebounds and 2 steals. During his exit interview, Kerr told Moody to quicken the release of his jumper and his decision-making overall, per the Mercury News. It became the focus of Moody's offseason. Changing up the cadence of my shot, being able to release quicker, coming off screens, being able to find my feet, as well as ball handling, Moody said in an interview posted by the team on October 7. While he showed that improvement in the training camp and their preseason opening win, Moody acknowledged the lack of a defined role for him. Multipurpose, whatever the situation calls for, Moody said when asked about his role entering his 4th year in the NBA. In January, Joe Dumas of 95.7 The Game reported that Moody's camp is growing frustrated with his lack of a consistent role. He's in the rotation one day. He's out of the rotation one day, Dumas said at the time. For the lack of a better term, he almost seems like the sacrificial lamb, so to speak. Whenever there's a logjam, he's gonna be the guy that falls out. From what I've been told, Moses loves playing in the Bay Area, and he loves playing for the Warriors. I think it's understandable that someone in his position, with a lot of talent, young, would be frustrated and would want a clear path to playing time. Either here, or somewhere else. Similar to his situation in the Warriors' rotation, Moody's extension talks with the team also have no clarity at this point, clouding his long-term future with the team. The Warriors and Moody have until October 21 to agree to an extension. Moody would become a restricted free agent after this season if he and the Warriors could not agree to an extension. We're working through that with them and their representation right now, Dunleavy told reporters on September 26. We've got a few more weeks. Good, positive conversations without getting into too much detail. I think regardless of whether we get something done or not, we want those guys here. Just because you don't get an extension done doesn't mean they won't be here for a long time. Steph Curry, Draymond Green and life without Klay Thompson. Draymond Green was driving his wife and kids to an assembly for his daughter on a late June day in California when his phone rang. In the 12 years they'd been teammates, Green had never known Thompson to make small talk. Green knew something was up. Thompson rarely calls, Green told ESPN, let alone to ramble about nothing for close to 5 minutes. He turned toward his wife, Hazel, who was sitting in the passenger seat anxiously asking what Thompson was saying, knowing that free agency was set to begin within a week. He gone, Green told her. He didn't say nothing yet. But he gone. A few minutes later, Thompson began to talk about everything that he, Green and Stephen Curry had accomplished with the Golden State Warriors and how nothing will ever change their special bond. Thompson said he was going to leave in free agency. Green asked Thompson where he was going. Texas, Thompson replied. Thompson explained he had his mind on the Dallas Mavericks and was looking forward to discovering a new city after spending his career in California. Green was happy for his friend and longtime teammate, and knew Thompson wanted a fresh start after a frustrating end in Golden State. And Green abided by Thompson's wish that his star teammates not go to Warriors management to fight on his behalf. Though it was hard for Green not to intervene, he remembers pondering his own future in the summer of 2023, when Thompson and Curry gave him space before he signed a 4-year, $100 million extension. For Curry, honoring Thompson's request wasn't so easy. When Thompson called Curry to tell him of his decision, the NBA's all-time leading three-point shooter was still hoping there was a half-court heave he could launch to keep the Splash Brothers together. Put it this way, Curry told ESPN. He can ask. But I don't got to listen. Though Curry never thought the day would come, life without Thompson began last week at Warriors training camp in Hawaii. After 518 wins, 23 playoff series wins and 4 NBA championships together, tied with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker for most titles by an All-NBA trio over the past 50 seasons, Curry and Green took their first steps without Thompson in over a dozen years. LeBron James' ex-teammate reacts to idea of Steph Curry team-up. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James and Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry are the two greatest players of this era. The NBA's all-time leading scorer, James has a strong case for being the greatest player of all time. These two legends teamed up this summer at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Leading Team USA to a gold medal, Curry and James wrote another chapter of their historic careers. The chemistry between James and Curry in Paris has many wondering if an NBA team-up could be in their future. Currently Pacific Division rivals, a lot would need to take place in order for these two players to end up on the same team. In a recent interview with DJ Siddiqui of Clutch Points, James' former teammate Iman Shumpert slammed the idea of an NBA team-up between these two legends. They better not, Shumpert told Clutch Points when asked about a Curry-James team-up. I'm making the announcement to them, y'all better not. On Team USA, we loved it, laughed it up. Don't do that. It's not cool. I want y'all to be arch enemies. That's just what it is. Both Curry and James are in the final stages of their respective careers. Curry is entering his 16th NBA season, while James is entering his 22nd. The two superstars faced off in the NBA Finals each year from 2015 to 2018, with Curry and Golden State winning 3 of those titles. Shumpert was on the 2016 Cavaliers team that erased a 3-1 deficit in the finals to defeat Curry and the Warriors. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.